Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's great news. This guy scores A plus. He is truly an exceptional guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is much more likely to talk big than to actually go far in his career. You'll probably hear lots of lively ideas and see bursts of excitement, but he doesn't have the patience or grit to stick with hard work over time. If you're hoping for stability or growth, you may be disappointed by his lack of real progress.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to break down rather than bounce back. He can get upset quickly, maybe snapping, getting overly emotional, or complaining to friends or family. His mood swings can make hard times even tougher for both of you.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work probably find him easy to get along with on the surface, since he's usually friendly and polite. He prefers to keep things pleasant and avoids picking fights or being rude. He isn't the type who's always arguing, but his emotional ups and downs can sometimes create tension.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he'll likely be happy and excited for you, at least on the outside. He's good at cheering people on and making celebrations feel lively. He won't say it out loud, but he might get frustrated or sulky at times.
What if you start earning more than him?
He might feel a bit insecure or low about himself if you earn more, but he's not likely to show open resentment. On the surface, he'll be polite and supportive, maybe even making jokes to keep things cheerful. Deep inside, though, he could feel small pangs of self doubt or worry that he's not measuring up.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He tends to spend without thinking much about it. When he sees something nice or gets excited about a fun plan, he doesn't always stop to count the cost. If you value careful planning with money, you may end up frustrated or worried.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. He enjoys looking good and being part of fun activities, even if it means stretching his wallet a bit too far. This can create problems later, especially if bills pile up or savings run low.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is open handed with both his money and his attitude. He'll gladly share what he has, often treating friends or family, and loves to be the one who brings joy to others through gifts or good times. While this makes him generous and fun to be around, it also means he's not always practical or careful.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's open about money, not secretive or controlling. He doesn't like hiding things, and he's usually willing to talk about spending or share what he has. Instead, he trusts easily and expects the same in return.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He thinks housework should be shared, not just left for you alone. He likes helping out when things are lively and everyone is pitching in together, especially if it makes the home nicer or happier for both of you. If you want a partner who believes in teamwork at home, that's his style.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's willing to help with chores and even diapers, especially if it feels like you're doing things together. He likes to jump in when everyone's involved and the mood is light, not just watch from the sidelines. You won't find him standing back and supervising while you do all the work.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to keep arguing just to prove he's right, but he also doesn't try very hard to understand your side deeply. When you share your feelings or opinions, he'll usually listen politely and avoid a big fight, but he might not ask many questions or really dig into your point of view. He doesn't want tension and prefers things to stay cheerful.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he may lose control of his emotions and say things that are more hurtful than he means. He doesn't usually act aggressive or threatening, but his words can come out sharp and he might blurt out things you wish he hadn't said. However, he cools down just as fast and usually feels bad about any harsh words.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly. Small things can set him off and his moods can change in a flash. This kind of quick temper is something you should take seriously, not just brush aside. It can make life feel unpredictable and lead to hurt feelings, even if he doesn't mean lasting harm.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility, though sometimes it takes a little time for him to calm down first. When he cools off, he often feels bad about what he said or did and is willing to apologize. With some patience, you'll see him own up and try to make things right.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He tries to be polite and respectful, and most of the time he will listen if you say no or set a boundary. However, because he's eager and sometimes doesn't pick up on deeper feelings, you might have to be clear and firm about what you want and don't want. It's important to keep your boundaries clear and stand by them. He responds best when things are explained openly and kindly.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this is the kind of man who may take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He can be quite sensitive and might feel hurt or wonder if something is wrong, even if you gently explain your reasons. His emotions can swing quickly, so he may act a bit down or seem withdrawn for a while.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He wants to keep things pleasant and safe between you, and it's not in his nature to use your personal or tender moments against you later. He prefers peace and happiness over drama, and he values the trust you share.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He can be easily distracted by other women, especially when they bring excitement or attention his way. He enjoys lively company and loves feeling liked, which can sometimes make him flirt or act charming even when it's not appropriate. While he may not always mean harm, his need for fun and praise can lead him into risky situations.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not usually over possessive or overly controlling. He likes to keep things cheerful and pleasant, and he's not the type to watch your every move or question who you're talking to. If you notice signs of jealousy, it's mild and more about wanting attention than wanting to control.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, for him, being protective is not really a sign of a controlling personality. He's not someone who wants to tell you what to do or keep you under strict rules. He values fun and togetherness far more than power or control. So you don't need to worry about his care turning into a cage.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and wants to share both the fun and the challenges with you. He likes the idea of supporting each other and being equally involved in raising the kids. When things are exciting or playful, he'll jump right in and enjoy being part of family life.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he may lose his temper rather than stay calm. His emotions can swing quickly, and small problems might set him off with raised voices or sharp words. He isn't mean hearted, but he gets frustrated easily and can struggle to handle stress quietly.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He enjoys seeing you happy, whether you're caring for the family or chasing your own dreams. If you speak up about what's important to you, he'll be proud and offer encouragement, wanting both your family and yourself to shine.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, this isn't the kind of man who would suddenly change and ask you to quit your career after having a child. He enjoys seeing you succeed and feels proud when you do well. Even after children come into your lives, he wants you to be happy both at home and in your career.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will act very polite and friendly on the surface with your parents, making sure they feel welcomed and respected. He's good at saying the right things and creating a cheerful atmosphere during family gatherings. Still, he won't create drama or tension. His goal is to keep things pleasant and easy for everyone. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to get flustered and may lose his temper rather than handle things calmly. Even small pressures can make him react quickly, leading to sharp words or moody outbursts. He doesn't mean to make things worse, but his emotions can sometimes take over in tense moments.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is generally modern with you in private and doesn't have strict ideas about how you should act at home. However, when it comes to his relatives and family gatherings, he may expect you to play the part of a traditional supportive wife, being polite, helpful, and showing respect in ways that please his elders. He values a happy, drama free environment, even if it means asking you to adjust your style in front of others.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to try and stay out of it rather than openly side with you or his family. He doesn't like conflict and prefers to keep things peaceful. So he may become quiet or try to calm things down instead of taking a strong stand. He might comfort you in private and hope things just blow over, but he isn't the type to confront his relatives or firmly insist they treat you differently.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't a full mummy's boy, but he doesn't like upsetting his mother or causing waves in the family. In a conflict between you and his mother, he is likely to stay neutral or quietly hope things sort themselves out rather than boldly take your side. He wants everyone to be happy and may try to keep the peace by not getting deeply involved.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's not likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, but if he's feeling very emotional or upset, he might talk to them for comfort or advice without meaning harm. He doesn't have strong boundaries about what should stay just between the two of you, so sometimes personal things might slip out in conversation. It's important to gently explain what you want kept between you two so he understands how to protect your trust and respect your privacy.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, as we saw at the start, this guy scores A+. plus. He is truly an exceptional guy. Being in a relationship with this man feels like living with someone who brings a lot of joy, color, and excitement into everyday life. He knows how to turn ordinary moments into fun ones, and he genuinely wants you to feel happy and loved